Hey, how are you doing? Are you alone? Are your pants around your ankles? Well, it's a good time for Just Word Podcast. What's going down, everybody? How you individuals doing? I hope the headphones will help out with the shit sound because we're doing this super low budget, you know. So I hope that helps out a little bit, since we have no real camera, no real microphone, no computer. We have no computer. Yeah, basically we have nothing. We're doing this with an iPad, but that's what's beautiful about it. You don't really need a whole lot of shit. I'm just hoping this cord doesn't get in the way too much. It's been a while, I know, and I'm sorry that we're not on top of it as much as we should be. Keep fucking around. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that we're really dedicated to this, but at least I made an Instagram for the podcast, and I hope that kind of help gets the word out. You know, I don't really promote it on my regular Instagram just because it's weird. It's weird. I don't want any of my close friends to watch it and be like, "What the fuck is this moron doing?" You know. So yeah. Just made my own separate Instagram. And you know what? I found how easy it is to make a separate Instagram. Like, I feel like it should be a little harder, you know? Because they make it to where it's super simple. We could just swap from your regular one and then swap from... You can just go back and forth just from like a little icon on the top. You can just go back and forth. You could totally catfish the shit out of people. They make it super convenient. Like, Instagram is super catfish friendly. And I mean, it's 2018. Do what you want to do. No judgment. But damn, you know what I'm saying? If Bill Cosby was, around, a millennial, he'd be fucking... You think he did some damage in the 70s? He'd be slinging dick. 2018. He'd be slinging dick. Not that he wasn't before. I'm sure he was. But, it's crazy though, right? Bill Cosby. I mean, now they're gonna get him in there, and they're gonna try him for, I think 3 counts, right? And they said that if he goes to jail, he might do up to 10 years in prison. 6 for good behavior, probably. Let's be honest. It's Bill Cosby. He's probably gonna be up there with his feet up, in a lazy boy, watching reruns of his own show and shit. But I don't know if anybody caught that. I'm sure it's kind of been viral, but he's been when he was getting out of the after that whole thing went down, he just got 3 counts. Bam, guilty. He walked out and he did the whole little skirt, right, like he used to do in his old movie. I mean, his old series. I was like, damn, there's no shame. I think he just don't listen. He's 80, right? He's 70 or 80, but if he goes to jail, he's going to die in jail. And they said that, because I was wondering why he was holding people's arms and shit. I guess he's like sort of blind a little bit. So he's on his way out. He's done. He'll probably OD before if they actually do sentence his ass and they sent him away, he's going to take a bunch of his own fucking Cosby pills and be out. Done. I think that's what he's got a backup plan. He's got a backup plan. He ain't just gonna go to jail. It ain't gonna happen. But what else happened? What's new with me? Shit. What's new with me? I'm fucking. I had to put the devil's lettuce down, man. Had to put it down. Trying to get my Class A. I got the permit for my job and stuff, so it had to be done. And it's very unfortunate, and I've been throwing shit around the house because man, it gets not having that. You realize, like, I don't know, I realized how much I relied on it too, like coming home, first thing you do, spark up, and no matter how bad the day was, we were off to the races. It didn't matter, and I mean, also, it's not a way to live either. You got to deal with things, and I think it's been 2 months. It's been like almost 60 days at least. So, yeah, I've been throwing shit around like a motherfucker. Just trying to like calm that down too, though. Like, hey, you got to fix that shit or buy another one if you keep breaking shit around here, all right? And the worst thing about doing that shit is when you throw something, you got to go pick it up. You feel like an asshole because I live alone. So if I throw something, I'm like, ah, right? And then I got to go pick that shit up. I'm hurting myself. But, so I had to do the whole physical thing. And it was different from when I went and got my physical from when I got hired. Because when I got hired and they did a physical, they did the old, right? They did the old, right? Did they all that. And, and I was like, this is the weirdest dentist I've ever been to. No, but I was kind of nervous because I never actually had a full physical like that before. And so naturally, before I even went, I shaved, right? I had to have my dick looking tip-top magoo, ready to, presentable, And plus, that gives you an extra inch right off the bat. So I was like, I'm not going to have no problems here. So I walk in, and the whole staff were nothing but women, hot women, but they're like 8 and 9s out of 10s. Right? And I'm like, oh my fuck, are you kidding me? I didn't know if that's who does it, right? So throughout, my nurse who did the blood pressure, did all that, checked your vitals and all that. That lady was just tremendous, right? She's super, super hot. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, is it presentable enough for this occasion? I'm like, fuck. So I start, so she walks out and I was like, I just start fluffing. I mean, I didn't want to fluff it too much, and fuck around and have an issue and be really embarrassed. So I just kept knocking on the door, wake him up, tell him, hey, get ready for school. And so he put his bags on his back and he's like, right. He slowly wakes up and in walks the doctor. He's small. I'm like 5'6" on a good day, on a hot day, right? So that's why I stretch out a little bit. But this dude was 5'4", Asian. And I'm like, oh, hey, doc, come on. Go ahead, check it. So I go to pull my pants down because he's like, we're going to do that part. So I go to pull my pants. So he's like, oh, no, you don't have to, like, pull your underwear off. Like, you could just leave those on. Mind you, I had briefs, very, very tight briefs. My ass is looking just tremendous. And my three-piece set is so just there. It's right there, right? And so when he goes to do it, he gets down and he turns his head, right? And he puts his hand out, right, to cut my balls. But he had my dick in his hand. He didn't, I got briefs. He didn't move it, scooch it. He just like that. And he's like, cough. And I was like, and he looks over and my dick's in his hand. And I couldn't help but go, and he felt, I'm sure, very, very embarrassed. And it was embarrassing for me because, hey, I didn't have a dick in my hand. And I kept thinking, man, that's your job, man. You got to eat with those hands. How many dicks and balls did you grab all morning, glove or not? But you're probably thinking, man, I went to fucking medical school for this shit. I got to sit there and hold your dick on accident and then go have lunch right now. I got to go to Chipotle, He ain't going to Wienerstedt, so I can tell you that. He ain't going to fucking anything with Long Johns in it. He ain't going to. I can tell you that. And so yeah, that was an experience, and I giggled when I left there. What else is happening, man? Not much, man. I just wanted to get back into this, and I wanted to. This is probably gonna be a short one, It's gonna be probably like I want to do at least once a week, knock one out, bam, off the top, just to kind of keep this thing rolling, because I feel like if I'm not doing it enough, I'm just gonna end up not doing it like I was. So hopefully I can do that. And then Russ will be back. I got a good buddy of mine, Mark, that might come in, right? He's just a grade A badass. So hopefully he comes in. He's about to move too, so hopefully we get him in before he ends up going to Arizona and doing his thing. What else? Let's see. A little bit of background on me, I guess. I work for a utility company. I mean, I don't want to mention where because I like to keep my job at the end of this. Because it's not like this is just going to take off and I'm going to be like, okay, cool, I can do this. But I work for a utility company, and it made me really realize how easy we got it, right? Like you go to the bathroom, you shit, and you piss, and you flush it. It goes far into the ground, far away from you. You don't have to ever see it again, right? You don't have to go in the backyard, dig a hole, none of that shit. If it's cold out, you're like, well, I guess I'm going to hold this in because Jimmy got frostbite last year. So, it's kind of crazy how you turn the faucet, bam, you got clean water. You turn the lights on, you got light, and it's just crazy how I felt that, like, man, I don't know where the fuck I was going with this. But okay. So now I remember what I was gonna say. So it makes me think too, like, how it must have been to, like, find your own food. Like, I think about that all the time, like, because I'd like to hunt, but if I really had to catch it, I don't know, man. I mean, I'd probably shoot it from a distance. I could probably do that, but, like, then skin it and all that shit. Man, I realize how weak you are, when you start thinking of it in that sense. And, like, can you imagine just not having no shelter, nothing, and you got to worry about, like, what berries you can and cannot eat, and everyone's sitting there around the fire and sitting there talking about your old buddy who passed away from eating the wrong fucking berry. Everyone's sitting there going like, man, remember Jim? He was sitting right here, man. I told him not to fuck with those blue-ass berries. I told him. Now he gone. Remember he was sitting over there? Remember he found those berries over there and he was sitting there going, come on, guys, they're delicious. They're delicious. Right? And we're going, I don't know, Jim. I ain't never seen nobody eat those before. He's like, oh, they're great. Just clean the poo off them. And we're like, all right, we'll wait. You sat there and you waited, and then, like, 5 minutes later, his ass fell out. His ass. It fell out. His ass. And then it's your boy, he's sitting there losing his hearing and shit, and his ass is falling out, and it's dragging on the ground. He's walking around, and everyone around the tribe is like, God damn, Jim's going out. And he's sitting there going, screaming. And, I mean, then he croaks, and he falls over. And then what are you supposed to do? It's your boy, right? You can't let him sit there on the ground like that. You gotta put his ass back in, right? Because you can't bury him like that. You can't have a ceremony like that. All you chanting and hey, right, doing around the fire and stuff with his ass is hanging out. You can't do that like a bloody parachute. You can't let your boy go out like that. So everyone's sitting there with sticks and they're trying to poke his ass. Don't get the cheering out of here. Get the cheering out of here. And that's just got to be sad, man. So think about that next time you go to McDonald's and you get an attitude with somebody, just because they fucked up your filet when you shouldn't be eating that shit anyways, to be honest. You really shouldn't be. I mean, you know what? Another thing I've been trying to do is really cut back on the fast food. The fast food, man. One good way to stop eating that, here's 2 good ways. 2 good ways to stop eating that shit is, one, when you're in line, look around at who's eating that shit. Because it's nothing but sad individuals. Everyone's out of breath. Everyone's sitting there pissed, too, because they're like junkies. They need that shit. They're like, come on, man, just give me a value fry, man. Just give me a value fry, man. And then they can't wait to that number to be called. And they get so excited and their eyes light up. And even kids, too. All of us are fiending off that shit. And it's just sad, man. It's just like, ooh, wee. So that's one sure way to, hey, ease up on the Mickey D's, on the Jack in the Box. And here's another one for you. that I've been doing because I've been off the the marijuana, since I've been off that, I've been like, kind of anxiety's been, I haven't had too much patience, right? So there's another, and at every fast food restaurant, that's all you're going to have there is just absolute morons that work there. 90% of them. This goes for Jersey Mike's, all that shit. Most of them are terrible, terrible people. And they're just pissed off because, they had a kid young and they're taking it out on you. It's like, yeah, whatever, make my sandwich, goddammit. But, so I went to a Jack in the Box one morning and dude was sitting there. There's more than one people in the back, right? Fucking around. There's no one at the register. And I'm standing there for like a good 5 minutes. I'm just standing there. And I'm like, I got shit to do. And I'm like, and he sees me, but then he's sitting there looking at this computer. And he's like waiting for the food to come out. And he's looking at the food and he's waiting for it. While you're doing all that, why don't you just go, hey, because all I want was a little egg sandwich. Bam, I'm out. You at least get it in, And he's sitting there fucking around. He's sitting there. Oh, a second. It's like, God damn. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Hey, come on. So then finally, he waits for the food to get done, sends it out. He goes, how can I help you? This is where it fucked me up. This is where I was like, I'm done. I can't do this no more. He goes, how can I help you? And I go, in the middle of me saying something, he goes, hold on a second. I went, fuck this. I can't do it. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but I can't do it. I gotta go. So the next day, I said, fuck it. I'm not going to have breakfast. I usually don't anyways. I just wanted that particular morning. I was like, you know what? A little hungover, little egg sandwich and some orange juice doesn't sound bad. Fuck it. Out. So then I go to the next day. I said, you know what? I'm going to redeem my motherfucking self. I'm going to go to this McDonald's. I'm going to get me, they got the 2 for $4. It's like 2 McMuffins or whatever the fuck you want for $4. Bam, done. I'm going to get me one, get one for my stepdad on the way home, drop it off, a little more biscuit breakfast, So I go to the drive-thru. Bam, I'm sitting there and I go, she goes, hi, how you doing? I said, can I get the 2 for $4, right? Pretty fucking self-explanatory. It's on your window. It's on the menu. It's probably on your shirt. You probably got like a, hey, try the 2 for $4 or some shit, Probably got it tattooed on your neck. I don't know. And she goes, oh, okay. Which ones do you want? I said, and because it's McDonald's, I just try to make it simple. I said, hey, give me 2 of the McMuffins. She said, okay, what do you want for the other 11? I said, what do you mean, other 11? I said, I just want the 2 for $4. She said, oh, okay, sorry. All right, so you want an egg McMuffin and an egg McMuffin. She said, okay, well, then what do you want for the other 6? I said, are you fucking stupid? I said, no one said nothing about 6 McMuffins. I said, the 2 for $4, it's right there. I said, you know what, fuck this. I backed up out of the driveway. I couldn't do it. I said, I can't do this. You're acting, either you're fucking with me or you, and if you're that stupid, don't touch my food. That's just what it comes down to. If you're that stupid, I don't know what you're doing with your hands, your ass, none of that shit. Don't touch my food. I gotta go. So I put that bitch in reverse. Look, no one's behind me. Gotta go. I just can't go there no more. That's what it comes down to. I just can't fuck with you no more. Right? So those, and it just happens to be like either that was his mom or his auntie or something, but either way, the ignorance just in that corner on that street, it was affecting like this. Just, hey, you know what? That's my fault for having shit food in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just fucking myself, really. So there, yeah, that's 2 good ways. Let me see if I adjust this right quick. Yeah, get more of my body in there. You know what I'm saying? Get all 4 extra inches in there. That's the problem too. Is because I'm so small, I have that issue. Like, I used to get girls like at bars who like talk to you and stuff like that, and because I was sitting down, normal sized guy, good to go, right? And then as soon as I would hop off the bar stool and my feet would do that, my little feet would go like happy feet. They go tat, right? I'd hop down and they go, oh my. And they would give me that look that I gave Jack in the Box that morning. Like, what the fuck is this? And I'd be like, man, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you sooner. I thought we were having a good conversation. I didn't think hype meant anything. But apparently it does. That's why I think, you know what I need to get? I need to get some cruise shoes. I need to get me some cruise shoes. Some Tom Cruise shoes. Whatever the fuck he's wearing, I need to get me a pair of those. Because in every movie, standing next to people, he looks like a normal human being. But then when he takes those off, and when he's out in public and he has just like a set of Vans, and, you know, he's 5'4". You know, 5'4". So it's like, man, I remember when I was younger, I saw on Dr. Phil, this gave me so much just empty hope. And I'm a little upset with Dr. Phil directly because he did all that shit for Bad Baby, that rapper Bad Baby. She don't even spell her fucking name right. Bad Baby. B-H-A-D. Bad Baby. Why don't you just put Bad Baby? That's pretty self-explanatory, right? You're a bad baby, right? Or bad bitch. Why don't you just call bad bitch? Why are you a bad baby? And then your song sucks, and you have an identity crisis with yourself, and you know that's neither here nor there. But okay, so what happened was Dr. Phil gave me a sense of hope, and he crushed those dreams because it's 2018 and this procedure is not just normal. It's not going on. But I remember I was probably like, man, this is my mom was at the house she's at now, so I had to been, I'm gonna say 9, 10. So that means like 17 years ago. Let's even see if that fucking show was even on that long, right? Let's see, Dr. Phil. How? Whoa, hold on. Dr. Phil divorced. Why was that the first thing that popped up? Is he divorced? That's what pisses me off too. Is his wife is always so supportive in the, you know, in the audience, and she's just like, my husband would never do that, y'all. And you're like, I'm sure he like calls you terrible things behind the scenes. You guys can't always have a good day. You know what I'm saying? I just want it to be, I want things to be more realistic. You want to sit there and tell people how to live their life and all that shit? Okay, look at Bad Baby. You ruined her life, turning her out and getting her all famous because she's ignorant. And then you had her come back on, and that's what really made her blow up. And now look what you did, and you released into the ether. Yeah, good job, Dr. Phil. You did that. Oh yeah. So Dr. Phil, yeah. So I just wish, you know what? That's the thing. Is I wish that they would just pan over and like you just see her just sitting there like this, pissed, just with your bald ass. No one even said that he wore a toupee for many a year, and I just had to sit, you know, or something, and or just, you know, or just come out and say that some weird shit about him, you know, that, you know, he likes peeing on her feet or something, you know. Just, I want it to be more real. You cannot be in a good mood with your spouse every single day and smile and then hold each other's hands and walk off into the, you know, offset. Fuck you. Be real. Throw some shit at him, you know? Why don't you sit down across from him and he analyze you and all that shit? I want to see that. He's, what's your problem or something like that, you know, bitch? You burned the toast last night. Dr. Phil. Okay, so this was 07. That don't sound right. Dr. Phil show start date? Let's see what we got here. Okay, debuted in 02. So I was 12. So it's probably around then. Maybe I was in middle school. Maybe I'm fibbing here. I was 12, so that's 7th grade. Right? Yeah, so either way, I was a young buck and I was small as ever. Waiting for this, and that's the thing, is I was waiting for that growth spurt that everyone telling me was coming around. Both my parents are 5'4", 5'5". What the fuck growth spurt is going to happen? So, but even my parents are like, oh, well, you know, you just got to wait till, and then it's going to come around. You're just going to grow, and you're going to be fucking tall, and you're going to be tall, dark, and handsome. No, I'm not. So, there was this kid on Dr. Phil. And he had his legs devastated. They broke his legs, and they made him taller, like 2-3 inches taller. And I was like, word. I told my mom, I was like, you fucking kidding me? You can do that? She's like, Justin, I don't know why they're doing that anyways. He's not a full-grown man. You're gonna grow. You're gonna grow, Justin. And you know, They should wait till he's fully, developed to do something like this. This is kind of weird that they're doing that. I'm like, who gives a fuck? Give me some special legs, What the fuck? Why do I gotta have these stumpy ass things? Just add a little on the top, on the shin, Just break them right there like they did with him. Cut them bitches. Put a little insert, right? A little insert. Man, why your shin so goddamn long? So I can kick you in the face. Get some spider legs. That'd be badass. But nope, short stumpy legs. Here I am. It's unfortunate. So yeah, I was like, I saw that and I was like, oh man. I'm like, even in my head when I was younger, I was going, eventually, I bet you there's going to be a time when that shit's going to be just common shit. Like, you're just going to go one day, taller legs, bam, come out 2 inches, 3 inches taller. And he was like, man, what happened? Got leg inserts. Damn. Pussy slave, But unfortunately, it's 2018, and we got Trump as the president. We got this girl, Lil Tay, that looks like Ling Ling, shouting shit, and she's sitting there saying that she runs a trap house when no damn well, you ain't running no trap house. You 7 years old. Get your shit together. Someone, be around other kids. Why are you sitting here hanging around with that dude, Logan Paul, and he's sitting there leaning against his Lamborghini? You're a kid. What could you possibly be talking about, Anyways. Yeah. Fuck. What else was I gonna say? Fuck crows. I got this crow problem. In the front yard. I got this crow I think he's after me. I think, what I think happened was I river danced on somebody's Indian burial ground or something, or kicked a rock on accident or something. I moved something that this bird, it keeps attacking my back window on my truck because it's tinted and he can see himself, and he just goes for it. He attacked my back window and he just fucks it up. And he's out there just hitting it and making all kinds of noises and shit. And I was gonna put a hit on that crow. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna put a hit on that crow. But apparently it's illegal to kill those crows. Or so I've been told. I haven't really done the research. But if it's not, next time I come on this bitch and you see a necklace with a fucking crow beak, straight flossing with the crow beak, right, necklace with the fucking, I might even take the whole head off, take his eyeballs out, put gems, put little ruby gems in his eyes, so he just sitting there, just at all times, just ready to go, and I realize, now that I'm doing this, that we hit a hump in the middle of this podcast. It wasn't that great. And now we're coming towards the end of it. It's been 28 some-odd minutes. And it wasn't that good. It wasn't that great. I don't know what you can do. I don't know what I can do to make you feel any better about wasting this much time of your life. But all I can say is my bad. They'll get better, though. Because I remember, it's just rusty because I haven't done it in a while. And especially doing it by yourself. It's not easy. It's hard to keep things rolling without fucking up and then forgetting what you're going to say. I wrote some notes down. But now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, I don't know. I guess what we could do is we could look and see what we got for... like some news or something, and talk about that, homeboy. Let me see what we got for news, though. What we got for news? Oh yeah, that's what's gonna be the. I'm gonna take a snippet of that, and bam, we're gonna have a new news segment, and that's what's gonna be on there, guaranteed. All right. You know what sucks about looking at news? Is most of the shit I don't care about. Like politics, all that. I'm pretty ignorant to most of this stuff. And I'd like to leave it that way, because there's, you see so many people at work that sit there and argue and beat their heads against the fucking wall talking about that shit. One, nothing gets done. You just sit there and wasted a bunch of your fucking lunch break talking about shit that doesn't even concern you. And two, that Isn't going to change. Now you're just sitting there pissed off for the rest of the day because this dude has a fucking ignorant opinion, or so you think, or vice versa, you know? It's just really a waste of time. And as long as Hawaii doesn't melt away from that volcano that exploded, I'm cool. Everything's beautiful in my life, you know? Let's see. Trump grows frustrated with Giuliani as Stormy Daniels drama rages on. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Stormy Daniels. Look at his wife. Look at Trump's wife, first of all. She's a victim herself. That bitch, she don't want to ever touch his hand. Every time they go to take a picture and he's sitting there like trying to go for her hand, she's always like, or like swooping her shoulder. Every time I try to do this, she's like, nope, don't touch me. Don't touch my skin. You know, and rightfully so. He's nasty looking, you know, but so is she now. She's starting to look more like fucking Caitlyn Jenner every day. Unless Caitlyn Jenner is sitting in for Ivanka Trump, and Ivanka Trump is somewhere just out on like a beach somewhere with her feet in the sand. And so, you know, I don't know. There's a possibility. Anything's possible. You know? There's a lot of conspiracies about lizard people. Both of them look like lizards. She looked sort of normal in the beginning. She looked kind of pretty. But then there's like just within like the couple of months, or, you know, that they've been in a couple of months, but their time being up there, she's just getting devastated. It's unfortunate. You know, but she's a victim herself. You know, everyone talks about, you know, everyone talks about immigrants and shit, and she is one. Our first lady's an immigrant. You know, I'm not even gonna go down that road. We're not doing that right now. This is a Monday. This is July. No shit, May 7th. Woo! Got the Monday blues, baby. But we're just gonna knock this out. I swear we're not gonna hold this up any longer. All right. I don't really say anything else that I want to talk. Like, all this is like political news, and like I said, I don't even feel like half the shit I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'll be completely honest with you. General Eric Schneiderman. I don't know. Anyways, we'll end on this. Bill Cosby. We're gonna end on this. Okay, first of all, let's see how old this motherfucker is first, right? Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby. God damn, why didn't it just pop up first? Age. 80 years old. Okay, 80 years old. Now, I'm gonna propose this, because he's 80. Let's say they give him time. I say, plea deal. Hear me out. Hear me out. He's 80. Whatever he did is in the past. Hear me out. Just like they used to do in the West, in the old Western movies and stuff, like somebody do something bad, they used to hang him. All the people would see that. The children would go gather and watch it. I'm not saying hang him. Hold on. I'm just saying, like, after seeing that shit, people be like, oh, fuck that. Don't steal or you'll get hung, right? Don't shoot the town sheriff, you get hung, right? So, this is what we do, right? They go, Bill, listen, they propose. They sit you down in a chair, tie you down, right? And they're going to feed you 8 grams of mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms. They're going to televise this for 12 hours. Just going to see what happens. That's it. All said and that's it. Guarantee you, if he takes it and doesn't go to jail, he sits there and he just starts, I guarantee he just starts convulsing after like a good hour. Just starts convulsing. That shit starts coming in like a storm. And he starts shaking. And he's just like, pudding, right? As he trances into the Bill he should be, right? Which is a righteous Bill, right? Who's all about love and pudding and understanding, you know? And he comes out of that experience, and they televise it. All the kids get to see it. See, this is what happens when you fuck around. You get sit in a chair and you get fucking shroomed out. And it changes your life. He comes out of that, 1, a monk. 2, sells all his shit, gives it to all the victims, and he lives the rest of his life in a peace, you know? And he does the right thing. That's it. That's it for this podcast. Sorry, this was a rough one, but we got through it. 30 minutes in for your first time being back by yourself. We'll take it. Love you guys. If you like this, share it. Tell your folks. Tell your grandma. Put it on her TV for her, and just let her zone out. Give her a couple of Xanax. See what happens. All right, later. Peace.